Hey y'all, it's your girl, the Brooke Ashley. I know this is not how I normally start off a video, but this is a breaking news story that has had me quite shook. I'm not gonna hold you guys. When TMZ broke the news last night that Kenya Moore would not be returning, I said, you have got to be kidding me. Y'all, I would be lying if I told you that I still care about watching this season. I don't even know where to begin, but let's start it off with me reading the article and then I'll give you guys my thoughts and opinions and we'll go from there. Now, just to be clear, TMZ broke the news first, but I'm reading this article from Entertainment Tonight. Kenya Moore leaving Real Housewives of Atlanta following suspension. Kenya Moore is officially out at the Real Housewives of Atlanta after 11 seasons with the show. On Tuesday, Entertainment Tonight confirmed that the 53-year-old reality TV star will not be returning for season 16 following her suspension by Bravo back in early June. Kenya was sidelined at the time for alleged drama involving RHOA newcomer Brittany Eadie. In response, a source tells Entertainment Tonight that she decided to part ways with the franchise despite previously expressing interest in returning, declaring that she would not be going anywhere and receiving support from her longtime castmates and friends. Kenya is not returning to RHOA this season. She decided it was best for herself to leave after how she felt the incident was handled and how she was treated. A source shared with Entertainment Tonight. The news of Moore's exit was first reported by TMZ. While TMZ reports Bravo is keeping the door open for a future return, a source with knowledge of the situation tells Entertainment Tonight that hasn't been discussed. A separate source tells Entertainment Tonight it's currently unknown how Kenya's exit will be addressed on the show, if at all. It's still early into filming and they could just edit her out, like Lizzie Savetsky on New York. Savetsky was a cast member on the rebooted version of The Real Housewives of New York, but left the show early on in filming. When the show premiered, she was completely left out of the edit. Regardless of how her departure is handled, the individuals say Kenya is not interested in conversations at this time after her unceremonious suspension. Kenya was suspended for allegedly depicting Brittany performing a sexual act at the grand opening of her Kenya Moore hair spa in Atlanta, from images allegedly found online. One person shared with Entertainment Tonight at the time, the network is still reviewing the content Kenya displayed during filming. And it looks like we have some more news. Entertainment Tonight just broke this recent article with Kenya Moore's latest statement. Kenya Moore says she'll continue to thrive in non-toxic environment after Real Housewives of Atlanta exit. Kenya Moore is speaking out less than 24 hours after she officially exited the Real Housewives of Atlanta after 11 seasons with the show. The 53-year-old reality TV star took to Instagram on Wednesday and posted a photo of her 5-year-old daughter Brooklyn enjoying a little R&R on the beach. But it's her caption that sheds some light into how she's doing and what she's thinking after parting ways with the Bravo series. She also offered a rebuttal to the claims behind her exit. So this is Kenya's Instagram account. This is what she just put up earlier this morning. And the caption reads, "Thank you for all the support, hashtag Team Twirl. My heart is full and my conscience is clean. So many false claims hiding behind anonymous sources, all this conversation and no facts being reported. If a claim or source was valid, would they need to hide? My life is blessed. Myself and my daughter will continue to thrive in a non-toxic environment where we feel appreciated and most importantly protected. Thank you, God, for covering us. The rumors and narrative about me randomly showing news or Revenge P is 1,000% untrue. I have proof and will share soon." So since we've gotten all the articles out the way, let me start off by saying I am incredibly disappointed in Kenya that she would allow a newcomer, Brittany Eadie, to rattle her like this. That was a stupid move. Kenya had been complaining all last year about how Bravo cut all her scenes out about her building her hair spa. You guys are 3 weeks into filming season 16, and for you to make the focus about somebody else and not you and your new hair spa, That is so dumb. I understand that, yes, there has to be a certain level of drama for the viewers, but you have to know when to rein it in and when to just say, all right, I'm going to get this person another time, but right now, this is my place of business. I am a believer in you have to be strategic when it comes to arguing with people. I know y'all hear me say, oh, well, if I were them, I would have said this, that, and the third. And yes, that's true, but there are times when you need to be quiet and let the other person think that they've won. I honestly don't care what Brittany Eadie had said or done prior that pissed Kenya off, but Kenya should not have done this at her hair spa. Why even pay anybody else attention when it's your day? I'm just really upset for Kenya because Kenya has worked extremely hard to accomplish all that she's accomplished. And now we're probably not going to see this salon. We're not going to see the whole grand opening. We're not going to see Kenya featured talking about the salon. It's just like all this work for what? And what really bothers me is that all of us were complaining about the toxicity that went down the last 2 seasons with Marlo being a full-time housewife, and now Marlo is fired, and now you're out. I wanted to see you and Portia take over and, have the new girls under your wings. Like, that would have been fun. I don't really want to watch with just Portia and Drew. And it's no shade, but I just don't. I wanted to see Portia and Kenya reunite, be friends, and go the whole season with them being like this while they get everybody else together. That would have been really cool. And it's like, why would you mess up an easy bag? You're filming for 3 or 4 months. You get to go on some fun trips that are paid for by Bravo, I might add. You get to promote your businesses and your other ventures, and you fumble it for what? For some newcomer? And yes, I've heard the rumors about what Brittany was doing to antagonize Kenya, and I understand that Kenya was irritated, but I'm just saying there's a time and a place to do things. And you have to know when to say, it's just not worth it. Because if I go too far, then I'm going to ruin it. And let me touch on something quickly. A lot of you guys have made great points about how it's not fair. There's a double standard because several housewives and their husbands have gotten away with a whole lot worse. And I agree with you. But remember, when a lot of that stuff happened on various franchises, that was when the viewership was a lot lax about stuff. Social media wasn't as intense as it is now. This was before the Me Too movement. So I feel like that's why the network let certain things slide. And I'm not excusing the double standards at all, but I'm just saying that when certain things popped off, it was an earlier time, and we were in the golden era of Housewives. So that's why a lot of things were able to slide. Where the Housewives as a whole, interest is waning, ratings aren't what they used to be, the networks are scrambling, they're trying to find a way to keep things fresh but still entertaining. The fans have become more demanding, more critical, and I'm talking about everybody. That includes us as content creators, everyone. It's a different time. So that's why things seem a bit stricter than they were 6 or 7 years ago. Now, of course, I agree that Giselle should have been terminated after season 7 when she accused Chris Bassett, because that was awful. Ashley Darby should have been sent home after season 4 when all that news came out about Michael squeezing that producer's butt, because that's on the same level as Revenge P. But regardless of other housewives' actions, I still stand by my statement that what Kenya did in this situation was just stupid. You don't ever let anybody rattle you to the point where you are going to fumble your own bag. And this really hurts because, say what you want, Kenya brought a lot of entertainment value to the show. I know a lot of you guys feel like the last 2 or 3 seasons, Kenya hasn't brought a whole lot. But I do think that the reason for that was her tension with Marlo. I think that drama with Marlo really put a dark cloud over everybody, especially with Kenya. So I've thought, well, since Marlo is gone now, thank God for that, now we can finally see Kenya having some fun, linking up with Portia, hanging out with Shamia and Drew, and just, giving us a good show. And then with the launch of her hair spa, I was excited. Now, as somebody who has their ear to the Bravo streets and I have my sources on the inside, I'm well aware that Bravo lets their Bravo celebrities have dignity when they go out. They allow them to say that they're leaving versus saying that the network fired me. They give them the courtesy of saying, oh no, I left on my own accord, even if that's not true. In this case, I feel like it really was a mutual decision where Bravo wanted to let her go and she also wanted to quit. So I feel like it was 50-50. You know what? I'm out of here. I see the writings on the wall. And they were just like, yeah, girl, we want you gone, but best of luck to you. Now, TMZ is reporting that the door is open for a possible return in the future. As long as Kenya doesn't sue the network, I can see them having Kenya back. I could see them saying, hey, Kenya, regroup. We'll see you back for season 17. And then we can go from there. I could see that happening. Again, that's up to Kenya. As long as she does not go down the Nene Leakes route, then I'm sure that the door still is open for her to return, especially if season 16's ratings tank with her not being there. Now, one thing that just popped up in my mind, BravoCon 2025. We know that we're not having one this year. It's going to be next year. And it really has me thinking, is Kenya's departure going to affect ticket sales? Because let's be very clear, people shell out that money to meet their favorite Bravo celebrities. And I've been to BravoCon back-to-back in 2022 and 2023, both lit. And Kenya always gets a standing ovation. She is one of the most sought-after Bravo celebrities across the board. Baby, her fan base is large. So with her not being on the show anymore, I'm wondering if this might affect ticket sales because there's not going to be any incentive to go if their fave has now been fired or let go. Just a mess all the way around. I'm disappointed. On Twitter, I was saying they can just wrap the show up at this point. Who cares? And now that I've had time to sleep on it, I low-key feel the same way. I'm really not that interested in seeing Portia and Drew. I don't know. Maybe if the trailer looks entertaining enough, I might check it out, but it's up in the air for me. This is a monumental blow to the franchise. We're getting to the point where the only black shows on Bravo will be Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine. And a quick side note, I was told that everybody right now on Potomac is getting along. They are all one big happy family. I said, oh, and I said it directly. I said, oh, so you guys talked to them and told them they better watch it. But y'all, this news has left me devastated. And honestly, love Kenya more, hate her. You cannot deny that she's given us so many iconic moments. And this truly is the end of an era. Y'all, this is really sad because if you would have told me that the Real Housewives of Atlanta would be struggling and, I mean, they are on their last leg. If you would have told me that it would end up like this, I would have never believed you. But here we are. But y'all, that's all I have to say. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I can't wait to see the comments down below. And yeah, y'all, let me know what you guys think. Are you upset? Are you happy that Kenya's gone? Will you still be watching? Let me know. But as always, thank you all for watching. You already know what to do. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all later. Bye.
And I'm still here. I'm still here, and I'm still fabulous.
Well, you better preach now.
Right? Fabulous. Gone with the wind, fabulous. Okay? Thank you.
Well, all right now.